Hey guys, Luke from Smith here, and this is going to be my review on Tulleys The Howl, the Screen Park. I'm going to be putting photos in this video that I have taken. So the actual cards, what they give you, they're a little bit smaller this year. I suppose it's saving on paper and resources. So it's a good idea, and the usual thing is they normally have 5 mazes there, and they just squiggle them out when you've done them, and you can redo a maze for about £6. Um, they had the standard mazes from last year, which was Topper's Twister, Red, the Attic, Squiller's Yard, and the Shed. Some of them's changed a little bit, some of them's got a little bit shorter, which is unfortunate. So let's review the mazes one by one. I'm going to give like a short review because I want to keep this short. This will be I'm probably going to upload this video tonight. I was going to leave it till tomorrow for a Halloween video, but I've got something else for that, like a Halloween related review that I want to do tomorrow. So yeah. So let's start with what I actually done in order. So the first one we did was the attic. It was around the corner. Unfortunately, it's one of those mazes that not that much scaring in it, even though some of the theming was good. I mean, most of the theming was good. It was one of them 2-floor horror mazes. It was like a generic haunted house sort of thing, really. Like when I went on it, I was like the only one, because I don't think that one's very popular. You basically go in it. It's like a haunted house style thing. It's like a haunted home. You just go through. There's smell pods everywhere. It smells like ammonia and stuff like that. You get a few scares from the actors inside, and then you reach a staircase, and it was like blood up the banister and everything, and it smells like blood on that staircase. Really nice smell pods in the area, and it's basically on the upper floor, which takes a more of a darker turn. There's all these ghouls trying to scare you and everything. It's basically the theming is like, do not go into the attic because you might die. So it was good. It wasn't bad. However, it was a bit better than last year when it was there. The attic is here for the 2nd year, and yeah, they actually did pretty okay this year. But unfortunately, out of all a lot of them, it kind of is the weaker maze, which they need to either upgrade it or make it into like a new type of maze experience, to make it a bit better, because one, it is around the corner from everything else. It's like out of the way, because no one ever goes around. After us, people do go around there, but it's a bit tricky to find because it's like the signage isn't that great. You've got to be really up to it to actually see the signage, because it is in like a darkened area, the actual route to it, which I suppose they need to like brighten up and actually have it advertised a little bit more. Basically what I said like last year with the review. So it's okay, they could do a bit more with it just to get more people into that area. Second one we did is Squealer's Yard, which is up the other end of the actual farm it was at. There's this that Mead Open Farm, if you was wondering, in Leighton Buzzard. Yeah, basically at the other end. Squiller's Yard is the most popular one there, because of the queue. Even it wasn't the biggest queue this time round, and it took about, we was queuing up for like 10 minutes, something like that, 5-10 minutes, and we was in. Basically you go around a mechanic shop area. It was mostly outside, but it was all outside because some elements we had to go through a little hut and things like that, and there was like a chainsaw there trying to chase you around as well. Um, More or less the same as last year, except for the beginning bit. Instead of there being like two doorways that merge into the same path, um, there was like one single doorway leading into a walk-in freezer sort of thing, and they did it with the actual temperature. They did make it cold. However, it was absolutely freezing till night anyway, so I don't think they actually did anything with that. They just left it normal room temp. So yeah, I suppose if it was a warmer night, then they would have had the actual cooling fan on to make it a little bit colder, make it more realistic. That the freezer part was new, and it did replace the two doorways, because normally you get split up. You're in there as a group, and that group gets split up into like two mini groups, and they get sent through the doors. Then they eventually merge up together, and they can continue as like one group. It's something to like scare people more, like get people to go in there on their own. But they didn't do it this time. However, the actual new portion that they put in there to replace it actually worked quite well. Quite impressed. The rest was more or less the same as last year, really. You just go through, get scares, butchers scaring you, like mechanics and stuff like that, and it gets chased around with a chainsaw. So it's not bad. It's one of the popular ones, and I quite enjoyed it. It was one of the longer ones as well, which is nice, so you get more bang for your buck. After that, we decided to do two scare mazes, and then have a little bit of dinner. Um, I just had the nachos, and it was really good. I must admit, really nice. Nachos, I love nachos, and I had like a Sprite, a can of Sprite as well. It's like lemonade. Sprite is essentially, so it's really nice. Um, After that, we did three more, or the last three we did. I believe we did. Where is it? The Shed. The Shed, more or less the exact same as last year. I'm pretty sure they made a little outside section at the back a little bit longer to add to it. But it's essentially like an old barn shed that you go into. It's all like equipment, farm equipment, stuff like that. You go into this like big squeeze, which is like up to your waist. You have to like squeeze through, and there's a scare actor coming out at the wall at you. Usually it's like a dog's head, but they replace it with a scare actor this year, which, to be fair, I kind of like the actual dog's head a little bit better, but oh well, I suppose they did it to change it up a little bit, because normally they had a dog head and an actor that come out alongside of it, but they just had the actor come out, and then you go into this outside section. It's basically like leaves and stuff scattered about, as like people banging onto walls and everything. And then they just go back inside the next area. So there's a great big tractor, old-fashioned tractor, that you have to go around. There's like actors crawling all over it and everything. It was good. It was good. Again, that is one of the popular ones. The actual queue for that was quite a long queue, but the actual organisation of that queue, they actually got it down rather quickly, because it was like next group in, listen to the spiel, and then into the maze, and then the next group in, that sort of thing. Yeah, quite a good one. Quite enjoyed that one. It was more or less the same as last year, but it's always a good one. It's always a classic. Next time we went on was Red, the Little Red Riding Hood style maze. it was more like a swampy sort of maze. I mean, this is the second year that they had it. Previous years it's been darkness, or the dark they called it, but the following 2 years it's been red. This is the second year. Yeah, it's good. Didn't mind it. Not particularly my favourite one. However, it was alright. It had its charm. You're basically going through like different areas. It's meant to be like a woodland setting sort of thing. Then you're going through like a little swamp to look like a swamp. What they did is they had like lasers and fog to make it look like the actual swamp, like drifting across. And as you like wading through it, they actually put like a big squeeze up to your waist, just like they did with the with the shed part. So it looks like you're really struggling to get through this swamp. So that did actually feel more realistic. So that was nice. They did actually cut out an outside portion of it. I don't know if they replaced it, but it seemed shorter than last year. So I'm pretty sure they didn't add anything after they cut out that outside area sort of thing. Well, it was actually inside, but it was made to look like a proper outside marsh thing. So yeah, and they had they actually had the dog's head from the shed in there. So that's where that came from. Nice dog head, and it actually like barked at you and everything. And this wasn't like a little dog head, like not like a chihuahua. It's just like a massive, great, big, enormous thing that they poked through the wall. It did actually get a few people jumpy, so it actually worked out quite well. You had the werewolf guy as well. Really nice ending. I could have made the ending a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter, it still worked out fine. So the last one, Topper's Twister, it's quite interesting actually going out of red and then doing a complete U-turn into Topper's Twister along the side. This queue was one of the biggest queues, so it actually took a little bit longer, but the flow was really good. Same as last year and the year before that and the year before that. Uneven surfaces to make it look like more like a fun house, because it's like funhouse themed. They had like a ball pit where like clown actors jump out of and everything. It's like everyone dressed as clowns to scare you and things. They had a full body squeeze, which I swear that they made tighter, because normally it always pushes my glasses onto my face a little bit, so I had to take my glasses off and go through it, because it was really tight in there. So I took them off beforehand, so I went through it as well. They had like a rotating tunnel thing, which really disorientates you. If you've ever been on a treadmill or a rotating tunnel with like a metal catwalk and things, and the catwalk goes and the tunnel goes around the other way, and you're looking forward and it looks like you're actually going upside down, but you're really not. Really good effect. I love that tunnel. It always makes it feel dizzy, but by the time you get off of it, and they'd like a few other bits. Now unfortunately last year they had like a open area with like little pillars coming down, so you can have to push them out of the way, and there's like a clown at the end trying to chase you out. They didn't have that this year. All they did was have a like a triangular passageway that you had to kind of squeeze through to get out, and that was it. And you're coming out in a different way than you come out last year, so it looks like they blocked off the other way. So I'm not quite sure why they did that, because the inside, apart from that bit, was practically the same. So they just took out that last bit, which is weird. So I'm wondering, hopefully that's going to be back next year. So we will have to see and find out. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting some photos onto my Facebook of the event, and to my Instagram some more next tomorrow, and yeah, not a bad event. You've got a few days left if you want to do it. It's on for tomorrow. I think it's got fireworks as well, and it's on for the 2nd of November. It's not on the 1st of November though, so make sure of that. So you got 2 more days to experience it. So yeah, not a bad place. It's always popular. It's always good. Next year, hopefully, it's Oktoberfest, and I promised it this year, but I didn't have the money or the time to go because it's on the other side of London, down south. So yeah, hopefully next year I will be doing more big Halloween sort of related things. But to be fair, this year it's been alright for it. I'm not going to lie, it's been pretty good. Feeling good about it. So yeah, I will see you in another video.